Number 6, Loyola on the road to take on number 3, McDonough.
Key had a great game against St. Paul, scoring 4 goals the other day.
It was Key on the feed. And what a fancy finish. Owen Dixon, the junior, to the back of the net, behind the back, beating the goalie, Anthony Wilson. That shot hit the side of the net, and Wilson clears. A.J. Marsh, the junior, gets it into the box. All long sticker, takes the shot, and scores. A.J. Marsh with the long stick, and he rifles it home. And let's take another look at that goal, Coach, because I think the Dons defense didn't expect Marsh to make a move to the middle.
No question, and Marsh is about 6'2", 6'3", going to Naval Academy.
Elliott on the near side wing, sends it back to Key, top side. On the dodge. Shot goes high and scores.
The game clock winding down.
Mason Hill, the sophomore, found a small opening far side and delivers.
That time, Millen, oh, now there's a bad look.
Picked off. Bennett
easy.
Wright was looking down the field. There's inside 30 seconds left here in the second quarter.
McDonough has no timeouts. They're going to have to make do.
Matt McMillan behind the cage looking for the Miller pick. Back up top to Caston. Streaking in is Brown. And his shot, bouncer, rips the net. And McDonough has the lead, 4-3.
Well, there's another play where a guy's coming storming out of the box. Brown's got a lot of momentum.
McDonough has really spread out the offense. Millen has one. Furley has one. A.J. Marsh with one, the defenseman. And that latest by Hugh Brown, the senior captain, giving McDonough the lead as we get to halftime here on the campus of McDonough School. What a comeback. 3 unanswered for the Eagles as they're going to take the lead into the break. McDonough's offense coming alive late second quarter, 4-3 at halftime. So McDonough man-up opportunity here. Again, the two teams combined 0 for 3 on the man-up in the first half.
Now McDonough's expecting Loyola to shut off McCabe Millen behind the goal, so they're intent on keeping the ball up in front of the goal.
Here comes the Dons defender, back at even strength. And that shot is ripped to the back of the net. McCabe Millen with his 21st goal of the season. And McDonough up to 5-3. Talk about young players. Bogue Hall and Luke Miller, freshman, sophomore. This team could be loaded for a long time with those two on the offensive side at McDonough. Matt McMillan feeds it back to Miller. While lefty wants to get a shot off, gives it up to Moore. Back behind the cage, off the pick is Millen, gives it up to Miller. Shot as he falls down, rips the net. Luke Miller, the sophomore, 6'3" McDonough. McDonough patient now with the flag now on the field. Free possession, off the pick. And ripping the net. Ben Furley, his second of the day, and it's 7-3 McDonough. And Furley is stripped to the ball. Loyola down 1 goal, comes up with it. Ball is on the turf and picked up by Dwan. Don's looking to take advantage. Little unsettled situation. That ball off the pipe. One goal game. McDonough hasn't scored in over 13 minutes. And Loyola has really taken advantage here in the fourth quarter. McDonough over Loyola here in the fourth quarter as Millen fights off the defender. McDonough would love to be able to net one here to get a little cushion as we're in the final 4 minutes of the fourth quarter at a 1-goal game.
Well, it's funny, Millen, they got an effective switch.
And there it is. Luke Miller rips the net, and McDonough goes up to 8-6. Inside, key shot, blocked. Great save by Wilson, and that'll do it. The clock hits 0, and McDonough holds on for the 8-7 victory over Loyola. And watch Cook fight off the double team. Again, Loyola was a man down, but great look, and just the fact that Key was able to get the shot off.
He got a piece of that. Wilson got that with his foot. Amazing, what a finish.
What a win for McDonough, because this was a game they had the lead, Loyola fought back, and McDonough hangs on in the end. As the Eagles get the win 8-7 over Loyola, McDonough now 6-3 and 3-1 in the MIAA. For Bob Shriver, I'm Brent Harris. The entire crew here, it's McDonough who holds off Loyola on their home turf to get the win in our MIAA Lacrosse Game of the Week. Have a great night.
The Brigade are playing some of their best football of the season, but a storm is brewing with Tampa Bay coming to town. We're in Royal Farms Arena, week 15 of the AFL. It is the Brigade and the Storm right here on Monumental Sports Network. And here we are in the barracks where the Brigade have enjoyed a home field advantage. And alongside a Super Bowl winning champion in Connor Ismail, I'm Brent Harris. Glad you could join us.
He had to make that tight of a throw, but you're talking about Randy Hibbert.
Second down from the 3 for the Storm. Hibbert under pressure, and he will go down. Robert Hayes there on the quarterback sack.
Robert Hayes coming up with the big play.
Hayes beating the rookie Jeremiah Ward for the sack. Third sack of the season for big Robert Hayes. So that brings up a third down. Storm back at the 9. In motion is Ings. Hibbert to the goal line and stops short as he connects with Joe Hills. Baltimore's defense with a tackle right at the 2. Tight formation. Ryan Cave is the big fullback next to Hibbert. Hibbert over the middle, and he looks and finds Joe Hills. Touchdown, Storm. Brandon Tompkins deep to receive for the Brigade. Averages 21.5 yards of return this season. He also has 2 return touchdowns. Mid-season addition from Cleveland, and this one is high off the net. Tompkins a clean catch, brings it out across the 5, pinballs around, and is dropped at the 6-yard line. Reggie Gray in motion to the line. Carden pushed out of the pocket, looks for Gray, complete. That'll move the chains again, just across the 20, down to the 18, and Q for a team that is last in the AFL as far as picking up first downs, just over 16 a game. A good start, move the chains now twice. It looks like Shane Carden is just taking what the defense will give him.
Well, yeah, again, I think he is. That's when you go.
That's a big moment in the game, really, Q. I know we're in the first quarter, but being able to make that early stop, change momentum of the game, and you have a 4th and 9. Now you've given Tampa Bay a chance at a 4th and 1. Big difference.
Huge. You can have great pressure up front, and Hibbert can scramble for it, or you can have your receivers do a quick hitch and catch it for a first down, too. A lot more options on the table.
Hills in motion. Hibbert wanted Hills. Now he goes deep to Hilton. Touchdown. There is a flag down near side.
Well, I tell you what, that's the power of Hill, because there was 2 guys that kind of got caught up in looking at him as Hilton ran right by the defense.
7 defense. That penalty is declined. Result of play is a touchdown.
36 yards on the touchdown, and it looked like Joe Hills kind of played decoy. He went short on the 4th and 1. Defense bit. Hilton goes deep down the left side. He was wide open.
Absolutely. Again, good.
What a thrilling game it was here in Baltimore as the Storm won at 62-55 and then winning down in Tampa 47-35. back on June 3rd. Deep kick. Tompkins off the deck, and he's got a clean catch across the 5. Shakes one, 15-20, and breaks another tackle across midfield. And finally taken down at the 17-yard line. What a return for Brandon Tompkins.
Oh, yeah.
3rd and 8 for Baltimore. Gray's the motion man. Carden comes near side. Defender was all over Collins, incomplete. It was Paul Stevens in coverage for Tampa Bay.
So that one is a curious one because Reggie Gray ran a great route over the middle of the football field, but for whatever the reason, Shane didn't like what he saw and went away from him. I thought he should have stayed with big play Reggie Gray and just hit him across the football field. He was open.
You may remember Paul Stevens from that game on May 7th. He had 2 fumble recoveries. One of those for a touchdown that went for 46 yards. He was making his Storm debut that night. Carden, no flag, throws over the middle. What a catch by Brandon Collins. Moved the chains, Baltimore. Phillips out of Wagner in his 8th AFL season. Falling down, and wait, that was off the board. Gray brought it in. I think that's a touchdown, Q. It is. What an amazing play. Touchdown, Reggie Gray.
Oh, I tell you what, Shane Carden, you are something.
Patrick Clark, 87% this year on extra points, and he nails his 2nd one of the night. And Baltimore back out in front in the most amazing way. Carden to Reggie Gray. Hugh, take another look at this one.
I mean, literally falling down vertical and just right off the board.
6:52 left here in the 2nd quarter. Baltimore the 1-point lead, 14-13. Clark on the kick, and it is taken by Lindsey. He's got a path. He beats Clark, and he is gone to the end zone. Points at the Tampa Bay bench as he heads in for the score. That is the first return touchdown of the season for Michael Lindsey. Q, they call him Thunder and Lightning. Thunder is Lindsey, Lightning is Ings, and together they're the best at returning kicks in the AFL. 2nd and 3 for Baltimore. They can get a first down without scoring. Carden tucks it, takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Shane Carden. That is the 8th rushing touchdown of the season for the Baltimore quarterback. Carden, 3rd down. He's pushed out of the pocket, flings it to the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. It is a 3-peat, 3rd touchdown for Reggie Gray.
Yeah, man.
Q, we have seen some creative ways that Shane Carden has found big play Reggie Gray here tonight.
Yeah, he has.
Reggie Gray in the slow motion. He blocks for Tompkins, cuts back. 5, end zone, touchdown Baltimore. He's got a special gift for one lucky fan. Tompkins on the score and the delivery. 5th receiving touchdown of the season for Brandon Tompkins. Extra point. Hold is down, the kick is up, and it is good. And so not exactly the way Baltimore wanted to end the first half. Good way of starting the 2nd half. How did things unfold in the locker room? Let's take you there now.
Possession game. We go down, score, it's 1 possession. We cannot turn the ball over anymore.
Well, Coach called it. He said you got to come out, you got to score right off the bat. They have done that. Cut the lead to 7 at 42-35, and he said we can't turn it over anymore. One's enough.
Yeah.
2nd down for the Baltimore offense. Gray is the motion man. Carden flush to his left.
Play still alive, back in the end zone. 4th touchdown of the night for big play, Reggie Gray.
Wow. They do it so easy.
And it's been a record-setting night for Reggie Gray as he continues to move up the all-time list of the AFL.
Yeah, that is quite an impressive list for sure.
I know the regular season is winding down as Baltimore looks to continue to make this playoff push. Take another look at the touchdown. As Carden really extended the play with his feet, heads up play, finding Gray.
Yeah, you know, and I think that's where he separates himself. That's a no-brainer.
Reggie Gray now with 10 catches here tonight, 4 for touchdowns. Hayes is in heavy formation, along with McLean, the 4th offensive lineman. Nixon takes it, and into the end zone goes the big fella. 6th straight game that Rory Nixon has gone in for a score.
They love giving him the ball.
Tampa leading 62-56. Let's take a look at the big freeze of the game presented by Charm City Integrative Health. Go back to the first. Let's take a look at the touchdown. Carden to Tompkins, who in this league, that is wide open, Q.
That is wide open.
And let's go now to the big freeze. Back in the 3rd quarter as Robert Hayes getting to Hibbert for the sack.
Well, that's just a coverage sack and a relentless play.
Oh, we just saw Robert Hayes with big defensive play tonight, and is with him now down on the bench. As this one now will become official. Tampa Bay comes into Baltimore. They have swept the Brigade this season. They won all 3 meetings. Tonight, 69-56 the final, and Baltimore will have to wait yet another week to clinch a playoff berth as they fall on their home field. They fall to 4-7 on the season. Tampa Bay now 9-3, 2nd place in the AFL.